Good morning, good day, and good evening. This is Liam, the Retro Gamer 91, and today I'm playing Star Trek Legacy, PC version, and I have the Ultimate Universe mod installed, version 1. I do understand that it's not the most up-to-date version of the mod, but I seem to have a few issues with the most current version. It either glitched or it crashed the game, so I had to basically downgrade. But the majority of all the enhancements that the mod offers are still in this version, so there is quite a lot of features that the mod has to offer. That being, of course, a wide variety of missions from the various films and TV series of Star Trek. But for this initial series, we will, of course, just be playing the main campaign. So let's get straight onto it. Okay, so start campaign. That will, of course, be the Enterprise era with Captain Archer and the NX-01 Enterprise. So there is a bit of an introduction cutscene, and I'll let them take over now.
Reggie, I don't have a lot of time. I've got to get back aboard Enterprise.
Relax for a minute, John. I do have orders for you, but I want to show you something before you ship out.
This had better not involve Orion slave girls.
Don't worry. I read your mission report on that. No Orions, that much I can promise.
They've done some great work on her, Reggie. I hear they even managed to replace the grapplers with those new tractor beams.
We've made a lot of progress in the past years here, John, due in no small part to what you've accomplished out here. We've launched 5 Daedalus-class ships in the last 2 years alone. There actually is a fleet forming out there. It's not just a dream anymore. Starfleet is becoming a reality.
Pretty soon you won't need my little ship anymore.
Not true. In fact, I need you for a delicate assignment.
Delicate.
The Vulcans have requested this mission.
Vulcans? Come on, Reggie, we both know how these things turn out.
Now, before you get in an uproar, I have good reason to send you. You've got more experience dealing with Vulcans than any other ship commander. You also have more combat time.
All right, this sounds bad. Combat experience?
It's a precaution. They've requested help from Starfleet to track down one of their scientists who's apparently gone missing. With them as a major ally, we really must assist.
The Vulcans have ships. Why do they need ours?
Oh, come on, John. It's dangerous out there. We're more capable of dealing with any trouble that might come up. Starfleet can get off on the right foot if we can handle this for the Vulcans.
Orders are orders. I'll do my part. Just make sure my helmsman gets all the information we need to begin this search. I don't want to get blindsided by lack of information from them, as usual.
I've already sent Mayweather everything you'll need.
I hope we don't regret this. Missions involving Vulcans usually mean one thing: trouble. This is the last known position of the Vulcan science ship. We're not getting anything on initial scans, but we should take a more detailed look through the system. Let's start by getting a close-range scan of that nearby planet. Check for any signs of wreckage.
Okay, so that's the introduction over. This is level 1, those in need.
Enterprise on station.
A simple search and rescue mission. We'll be starting, of course, by scanning the planet, as Captain Archer just mentioned then. I believe then it'll just be a simple sweep of the system. So let's get up here and scan this one. So this PC version of the game, I usually would be using a keyboard, but I was able to get the Xbox One control working for it, which makes it run much smoother.
Scanning. No signs of wreckage on the surface.
Nothing here.
We'll do a standard sweep of the system, starting with that ring of asteroids surrounding the ice planet nearest our position.
Okay.
Once within range, we'll scan for debris. The ship could be among the asteroids or might have been destroyed by them. It's entirely possible if they lost power and were in distress.
Fair enough. So, maximum power to engines.
Diverting power to
We'll warp
engines,
over
Captain.
there. Get there in a matter
Aye,
of
Captain.
seconds.
Warp speed ahead.
Here we go.
Looks like we flushed some game out of the rocks. Be prepared. These Romulans are nasty business.
Oh, of course, Romulans.
Opening a channel. Romulan vessels. We are engaged in search and rescue operations. Please state the nature of your presence here.
Oh, they're already shooting at me. Come on.
That seems clear enough.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Take evasive action and prepare to engage. We're gonna have to fight our way out of this.
Take these guys out.
Target shields down. Photons are loading, sir.
Shouldn't take too long. Oh, there we go. One's already gone.
Destroy.
Oh, they're fleeing. Of course they
Remaining
are.
vessels are disengaging.
Taking
What
some
in
damage.
blazes were they doing here? Romulans are in the
Start
exact same
repairs.
place we happen to be looking for a missing Vulcan ship? Seems par for the course. They might have destroyed the Vulcan vessel, but until we either find the ship or its debris, we won't know for certain. Continue the search deeper into the system. We're picking up some strange readings from that nebula. Could be high-band emissions occurring naturally, but we should check it out just to be safe.
Ah, the technobabble of Star Trek. Glad they've actually put it in the dialogue of this game, because even though no one really knows what they're talking about, well, at least I don't know what they're talking about really, but it keeps it consistent with the series and the films. So I'm all green now. Just wish my ship would look it. It looks beat to hell. So let's get over to that nebula.
Aye, Captain. Warp speed ahead.
There we go. Okay, so you can't warp in nebulas. You can only warp in what I'm going to call clear space. So near planets, of course, there's the gravity of the planet, so you can't go to warp. And in nebulas, I'd imagine that they'd probably say there's too much interference to go to warp. So maximum power to engines, just to get some
Diverting power to
speed.
engines, Captain.
So this is going to be the first of a couple of Star Trek games I'm going to do. Of course, this is what I'm going to consider the most modern one. There is the Star Trek Invasion on the PlayStation 1, Star Trek Encounters, and Star Trek Voyager Elite Force, which is very similar to Dark Forces, the Star Wars game I did. They're both on
This is
PlayStation
a
2.
protostellar nebula containing high level of particle flux. We won't be able to stay inside it indefinitely. Let's keep this search brief.
Okay.
Wait. Starfleet transponder.
It's already starting
We're
to
picking up a beacon.
corrode my
There
ship.
must be another Starfleet ship in the area. Proceed inside. Head directly for the beacon signal.
Enterprise, are we glad to see you?
Rick, is that you?
It is. I diverted course to this system to respond to a general distress call and was ambushed by Romulan ships. They outnumbered us, and I was forced to take refuge here when my warp engines were damaged.
Why didn't you contact Starfleet?
We couldn't get a message out. Scans and subspace signals seem to be hampered by the magnetic fields here. We barely made it to the safety of the nebula before its ion interference disabled our impulse drive.
Ah, more
We've got the
technobabble.
engines repaired, but we can't re-engage the core matrix until we've cleared the interference within the nebula. It seems to dampen our efforts to reinitiate the power flow to our engines.
Stand by. We'll tow you out so you can get your engines back online.
Make it fast, Jonathan.
Okay,
Our
let's get
hull
the
plating
tractor
is
beam on you
already
then.
corroded to dangerous levels.
And let's get going. So, I believe I'd consider this halfway through the first mission now. I mean, the first mission's very brief. So, out of the nebula.
Excellent. That's done the trick. Our engine course is back online.
Great news, Rick. Our Romulan friends have returned.
Oh, of
You
course
have to
they have.
admire their sense of timing.
Ooh. I think he just destroyed
Now
one.
let's
And
see if we can't give a little
Oh,
of
no,
what
he
we've been
hasn't.
taking.
let's deactivate this. Not gonna do us any favors if you're still toad time.
Disengaging tractor beam, Captain.
interference fight your doom.
It shouldn't take too long. These things just tend to blow up if they nudge into something. Some power to the weapons.
Diverting power, Captain. Captain, enemy shields are down. Romulan target destroyed. Objective
Oh, there we go.
Our systems now register green across the board. We're ready to continue the search. Rick, that distress signal you were responding to, did you happen to notice if it was Vulcan?
Now that you mention it, it did have the same carrier wave amplitude the Vulcans use.
That means the ship we were dispatched to locate may be the same one that sent the distress call. What was your last bearing on the signal?
Before we lost contact in the nebula, it was directly behind that dead moon. I'm transmitting
next
the coordinates
destination.
to your helm.
Okay, let's get over there as fast as possible.
That's our next stop.
Objective achieved.
Wow, the ship really is beat to hell. Okay, let's go to warp. It's quite a fair distance.
Warp speed on my command. Enterprise on station.
Here we go.
This is the Vulcan science vessel Sylvania to any friendly ships in the vicinity. We are under attack by Romulan aggressors and require assistance.
Vulcan ship Sylvania. This is the Starfleet vessel Enterprise. We are here to render aid.
Certainly a fortuitous bit of timing, Enterprise. We are transmitting our coordinates to you now.
And of course, there's plenty of Romulan ships here
We
to
can cover the distance
go
faster
through.
if we transfer all power to the engines. Enterprise to Romulan ships. Cease your attack or we will open fire. As usual, the Romulans
I think I'll put
don't
power
respond.
back into the weapons.
Doesn't seem like they want to talk, Jonathan. Suits me fine. A little more reciprocity for their earlier greeting would be grand.
Agreed. All ships, engage the Romulans and protect the Sylvania.
He says all ships like he's commanding about 10 or 15 of them. There's just me and the one he was just talking to. Shouldn't take too much longer. There it goes. How many are there in total? I think. There you go, 4. Come on. There we go. It's trying to get away from me. Here we go.
Target shields down. Romulan target destroyed.
It's like swatting flies. I don't put up much of a fight. Definitely not.
Romulan target destroyed.
Only one left now. What is the Koso doing? Oh, nothing. Thanks for the assistance. I'm already at max engines as well, so... Yeah, it's just a great deal distance away from me. Oh, didn't need any assistance after all.
Sylvania, what's your status?
We are well for the moment, Captain. We extend our gratitude for your timely rescue.
No need. We were sent to find you. Just glad to see you're all right.
Sent? By whom?
The Vulcan government asked us to locate you and bring you back.
Ah, intriguing.
How so?
I would say their request for my retrieval is what you would call a euphemism.
Is there something you want to tell me? I'm sorry, what is your name?
I am Terrell, Commander Terrell.
Commander Terrell, what exactly am I doing out here? Can you shed any light on why I was sent for you?
The Vulcan High Command does not approve of my research, nor do they wish me to succeed where so many others have failed.
I see. And what exactly is your research?
My work extends to the beginnings of our Vulcan path toward logic. I am a seeker of past truth.
An archaeologist?
Of sorts. Captain, I believe it would be enlightening if you would make your way to my research outpost.
I'm under orders to bring you safely back to Vulcan. Can you give me a good reason why we should head to this outpost?
I fear my research team may be discovered by the same Romulans who followed and attacked my ship. The loss of any further life would be most regrettable.
All right. We'll follow you back to your outpost. I don't want anyone else to get hurt. But we must be swift, Commander Terrell. There's no telling how many other Romulan ships may be in the area.
We couldn't agree more, Captain. This will take but a short time, I assure you.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, so that's level 1. Like my Star Wars playthroughs, I think I'll do 2 levels an episode, so we'll go straight on to the next one. Here we go. So, the options of our fleet. So, of course, we've got the Koto, which is classed as a destroyer, and the Enterprise, which is classed as a cruiser. So, there is modded stuff in this menu, of course, like this first ship, the Defiance, isn't usually available. The reason it's here is, of course, a nod to one of the episodes of Star Trek Enterprise, where a further in the future ship is found. So I'm not going to be getting that anytime soon. It's 8,000 and I've only got 3,722 points. So let's see. A scout. So I believe that's... Let's have a look. So that's shields. That's weapons, engines, sensors. And I believe that's hull. So that's its overall health. So that's not any better either for a destroyer. Okay, so we've got a Section 31 NX class. That's pretty cool looking. It's essentially just a repainted version of the Enterprise, but okay, so here's the NX class, which is of course the class that the Enterprise is. So it's a well-rounded ship, as you can see by its stats, basically. I think I'll go with another destroyer. So there we go, we've got 2 now. We've got the Poseidon and the Koto, which was the one we found before. So we've still got 2,000 points. I could get another NX. But let's see what else we've got. What's this? Neptune class. I don't know. Photon bank. So it's only got 1 phaser bank. That's pretty rubbish, really. So that's got 6 photon banks, 1 phaser bank. Oh, the Columbia refit. Ooh, I'll get that one. Okay, so we've got a full fleet of 4 ships now. Of course, that now has left us pretty drained on the command points, but no matter. There's also the option to refit the fleet as well, so you can actually enhance them. So for Enterprise, actually, we've got... The next upgrade will cost 150. We've got 170 odd. Why don't we just use it all up now? So we've got here... Oh, here we go, hull. That's of course shield, but these ships are just armor plated. So we've got sensors, weapons, and engines. Oh, so it actually varies. So let's see, we've got... Can't improve weapons yet. We'll do hull. That'll do for this one. But of course you can do that with every ship. So as you can imagine, it would be quite a drain on the command points. But that's it. We're pretty much spent. 4 ships and 1 upgrade. Let's get going. So this is now going to be level 2. Breakwater. It's a very scenic nebula. Oh, there's a space station. And under attack, no less, by what I can only
Commander
guess is
Terrell,
Romulans.
It looks like your researchers have some company. Is there anything you might want to tell me that could help us resolve this peacefully?
Nothing that comes to mind, Captain. The Romulans are obviously the aggressors here. We must act.
I'm going to try and talk to them first.
They're not going to listen to
This
you.
is the Starfleet ship Enterprise. Cease your hostilities immediately.
While I prize your optimism, Captain,
They just fired
I
2
suggest you
photon
speak to the
torpedoes at
Romulans
us.
in
They're
a
not
language
listening.
they understand.
Archer to all ships. Engage the Romulan vessels. We have to keep them from destroying the outpost.
Okay, now we got 4 ships.
Engaging target.
With a bit more of a
Moving into attack
force to be
position.
reckoned with. But it just gives me now more to manage, so I've got more to look after.
Engaging target.
Saying that though, after
To attack position.
an assault like that, I don't think they're going to need me at all.
Moving in to attack position.
Wow, we really are just picking them off like bugs.
Vessel destroyed. Moving in to attack position.
Shields down.
Romulan vessel destroyed.
Yeah, we did it.
We've entered the nebula, Captain.
Let's repair our damage. And torpedo hits from that cutscene. I've left a massive black mark on the front of my ship. Looks as though it's going to need new paint. There must be another ship around somewhere.
Koto to fleet. We're in position.
It's probably hiding somewhere. Romulans, they have cloaking devices so they can effectively just disappear off the map and appear somewhere else. Ah, there we go. I was right. You should have stayed hidden.
Romulan vessel destroyed.
That seems to be all of them, but there could be more in the area.
There probably
we know
is.
they have some sort of cloaking technology.
Well done, Captain. I will now dock with the outpost and begin the evacuation. It seems the prudent course, given that your vessels are the only ones capable of defending us from another attack.
You have a point, Commander. All Starfleet ships. Maintain a defensive perimeter around the outpost until everyone on board is evacuated. Nothing gets through.
If I might suggest, Captain, your ships have sustained damage in the battle. The inactive repair facility nearby may be able to solve that dilemma. However, to return it to operational status, you will have to beam some engineers inside of its control center.
Okay. I'll send one of my ships up there now.
Columbia standing by.
What's that? Actually, we've got a ship already nearby. Is
Poseidon standing by.
that the Koto? Yeah, it is.
Columbia standing by.
I can't seem to select the Koto for some reason. That's odd. Ah, there we go.
Koto standing by.
Whoops.
Aye, Captain. The
Let's,
Romulans sure didn't waste much
transport.
time.
There we go.
Archer to all ships. We have company. Hold the station perimeter. We can't let them destroy it.
Okay, so now we're playing a defensive game. I wonder how many waves they're going to send at me. And they're just completely ignoring me and just going straight for the station. Get their attention. Ooh, nice.
Romulan target destroyed.
Come on, get closer.
They've done it. The repair facility is operational.
Oh, nice.
Now we can use it to patch up our ships.
Excellent. I think I'll send the Enterprise up there just to see if it'll repair the black smudge on the front of my ship.
Enterprise on station.
So I'll leave the other 3 ships to deal with that, and go and see if this will repair my ship.
Poseidon to fleet. Awaiting orders.
Stand by on phase cannon.
Hopefully this is quick.
Romulan vessel.
Help us, Starfleet vessels.
They're everywhere. We can't stop.
Vulcan Outpost, this is Enterprise. Come in. Are you receiving? Terrell, what is going on in there?
Some of the toxic gas spilled into the command module. It has a hallucinogenic effect. My crew is attempting to rescue personnel as we speak, but they are showing signs of dementia.
Can you get them out of there? Our transporter won't work with all that radiation in the outpost.
Understood.
Brilliant.
We will endeavor
My
to
ship
move
looks
more quickly.
brand new.
Bring warp engines online.
So the station's still
Enterprise
got
to Commander
nearly
Terrell.
full health.
Another flight of Romulan ships is approaching.
And its shields are
We're
pretty
cutting it close.
high as well.
You're going to have to hurry.
How many ships are we looking at here? 4. Shouldn't be too difficult to protect them from just 4. Oh, the taunts, they sound so cheesy.
Romulan target destroyed.
Come on, out the nebula before it does more damage to you than the Romulans will. With this many ships, there's no way they're going to beat us.
Target shields down.
There is no escape for you.
Direct hit to enemy sensors. Diverting power to
Come
weapons.
on. One more hit will do it. And there it goes.
Romulan target destroyed.
Next one.
Target shields down.
Oh, the nebula took that one out. That's really funny.
Awaiting orders.
This should be the last one, I think. There it goes.
We dished out more than we took, but I'm not so sure I want to stick around for more. Enterprise to Commander Terrell, how is the evacuation coming?
It goes well, Captain. We have nearly everything we need. However, we will require a bit more time.
Oh,
We'll
of
do what we
course.
can. But if they come at us in force again, it may be difficult to ensure your safety.
Let's
I
repair
have
all
the
our ships
utmost
while we've got
confidence
this
in your capabilities, Captain Archer.
little
We all
moment.
do.
So,
Enterprise on
as you can
station.
see, there's a health bar for the individual sections of the ship. If the weapon's health bar goes completely down, then I wouldn't be able to shoot or anything. Sensors, I mean, I don't really use them in battle, but of
Archer to
course you wouldn't be
Terrell.
able to scan
We picked
anywhere,
up a large
so you wouldn't
Romulan
see anything
force
on the
bearing
map.
down on us. We must leave
Engines,
immediately.
of course, that would be
Terrell,
you just dead in
What's going
space.
on in there? Respond.
And the hull is your overall health, so if that goes down, you blow up. Oh, there's a lot more this time. Let's just take these out as quickly as possible.
Diverting power to weapons, Captain. Photons are loading, sir.
Don't let them near the station.
Captain, enemy shields are down.
Romulan vessel destroyed. Romulan spotted.
At least all my ships seem to be relatively at 100%. I think Enterprise has got the most damage to it, which is fine by me.
Romulan target destroyed. Photons are
Oh,
loading,
they're just swarming us. Where are all my ships? Oh, there's 2 of them.
Target shields down.
We're in position.
Okay, that one's gonna blow. That one's a goner. I'll let the other ships take care of it. We've got this one here. That one's under attack. Oh, that's my ship. There it goes. I think we're we're outnumbering them now. Basically, we're swarming one ship at a time. Just picks them off.
There is no escape for you.
Won't be long now before we've got rid of them all.
Romulan vessel destroyed.
I think we've only got one ship left to deal with, which my other ships are already taken care of. Yep, there we go.
Vessel destroyed. We have arrived at our final destination.
Where is she going? Terrell, do you have everyone from the station? Damn it all, we're still reading life signs on the outpost.
Well, she's getting off. And the station just...
We've lost the outpost and everyone aboard. Push your engines as hard as you have to. I want Terrell to answer for this. Pursuit course.
That won't be necessary, Captain. Thank you for your assistance. We couldn't have secured the necessary protomatter without your aid. Now we are much closer to accomplishing our goals. I doubt we'll meet again. But if we do, know that my gratitude will not save you in our next encounter.
Oh, wow. So that just turned into a death
I knew
threat.
I didn't like that woman. Vulcans. Secretive and deceitful. I should have learned from the Andorians. My mistaken judgment cost these people their lives. I won't make that error again.
Well, that was a bittersweet victory, I suppose. We went for a rescue mission and everybody died. Okay, so that's the end of mission 2. So I'll leave it there. So yeah, I'll be doing more Star Trek Legacy ones. Of course, I'll just be doing the campaign. If people do want me to, then I'll delve deeper into the mod. There is loads to show. Of course, there's missions from the various TV shows and movies, as mentioned earlier, which can, of course, be very challenging considering what them levels are based off. But as of now, please, of course, like. So yeah, rate, comment, and subscribe. This is Liam, the Retro Gamer 91, signing off.